Romanesque architecture, France. Introduction and early characteristics. 10th–11th century, emerged in the late 10th century, primarily in ecclesiastical buildings such as churches and monasteries. Characterized by thick walls, small windows, and fortress-like features, reflecting the defensive nature of the time. Rounded arches and barrel vaults were commonly used. Evolution and regional variations. 11th–12th century. Romanesque architecture evolved in different regions of France, resulting in various substyles such as Norman Romanesque, Burgundian Romanesque, and Aquitaine Romanesque. Regional variations were influenced by local building traditions, available materials, and historical factors. Influences and context. Romanesque architecture in France was influenced by both Carolingian and Ottonian architecture, as well as Byzantine and Moorish designs through trade and cultural exchange. Romanesque sculpture. Sculptural elements were integral to French Romanesque architecture. Tympanums, the semicircular space above the portal, often depicted biblical scenes and symbols, serving as didactic tools for the largely illiterate population. Figural sculptures adorn columns, doorways, and capitals, reflecting the religious themes of the time. Transition to Gothic architecture. As architectural techniques and aesthetics evolved, Romanesque architecture gradually gave way to the more refined and vertically oriented Gothic style by the 12th century. The adoption of pointed arches, ribbed vaults, and flying buttresses marked the transition. Architectural components. Rounded arches. Romanesque architecture is characterized by semicircular arches, used in windows, doorways, and arcades. Thick walls. Walls were often massive and made of stone, providing stability and defense. Vaulting. Barrel vaults and groin vaults were common, creating sturdy ceilings over nave and aisles. Massive piers. Large, simple piers supported the weight of the vaults and arches. Decorative capitals. Elaborately carved capitals adorned with geometric patterns, foliage, animals, and biblical scenes were a hallmark of Romanesque design. Towers and bell towers. Many churches featured square towers or bell towers, often with small, rounded openings for bells. Narthex and portals. Churches had elaborately decorated entrances, often with multiple doorways and intricate sculptural decoration around the portals. Chevet and apse. The eastern end of the church often featured a semicircular apse or a complex chevet with radiating chapels. Abbey aux Hommes. Romanesque French architecture. The Abbey aux Hommes, located in Caen, France, is a historic and architecturally significant religious complex. Its official name is the Abbey Church of Saint-Étienne, and it holds a prominent place in French history and architecture. Commissioned by William the Conqueror in the 11th century, the abbey stands as a testament to both his conquest of England and his desire to establish a religious institution of grandeur. The abbey's construction began in 1066, shortly after William's successful invasion of England, and it was intended as a penance for the act of invading another Christian realm. The architecture of the Abbey aux Hommes reflects the evolving styles of the time, from the Romanesque beginnings to later Gothic additions, showcasing the progression of architectural techniques. The Abbey aux Hommes is closely associated with William the Conqueror, who is buried within its walls. The church's architectural elements, such as its sturdy walls, rounded arches, and intricate sculptural decorations, offer insights into the Romanesque style prevalent during its early construction. Subsequent renovations and additions brought Gothic influences, including pointed arches, ribbed vaults, and elaborate tracery in windows. Beyond its architectural significance, the Abbey aux Hommes holds historical importance as a center of religious life, as well as a symbol of Norman power and authority. Its dual role as a monastic institution and a royal mausoleum exemplifies the interconnectedness of religion, politics, and architecture during the medieval period. Plan. The aisled nave has 8 bays organized into 4 double units covered by sexpartite vaults. Originally the nave had a wooden roof. The 8 bays of the aisles, originally groin vaulted, now have quadripartite vaults. To the west is a twin-towered frontispiece and narthex. From the crossing is generated a projecting transept with galleries. The aisle chevet has 4 bays and is terminated by a 7-segment hemicycle surrounded by ambulatory and 7 radiating chapels. Notable are the staircase turrets at the base of the outer envelope of the hemicycle. Turrets which continue up to form towerlets, creating a dramatic jagged silhouette. 1. Concept and significance. The abbey was established as a symbol of William the Conqueror's power and piety. It was meant to serve as a royal burial site, a place for worship, and a center of learning. The architectural design was intended to reflect the grandeur of the Norman dynasty while fulfilling its religious and cultural functions. 2. Planning and layout. The abbey features a cruciform layout, with a long nave, side aisles, and a transept forming a cross shape. The choir, apse, and ambulatory at the east end are surrounded by radiating chapels. The abbey's plan was carefully designed to accommodate liturgical activities, allow pilgrim circulation, and provide space for monastic life. The central nave emphasizes verticality and leads to the transept, where the cross intersects. 3. Spatial analysis of components. Nave and aisles. The nave is characterized by lofty cylindrical piers supporting rounded arches. Engaged columns with ornate capitals adorn the piers, showcasing the transition from simple to decorative elements. Transept and towers. The transept arms project outward, creating a cruciform shape. The western facade features 2 square towers, each with decorative arcading, emphasizing the entrance's grandeur. Choir and apse. The choir is elevated and surrounded by an ambulatory with radiating chapels, enhancing the sense of sacredness. The circular apse and ambulatory provide space for processions and rituals. Interior expression. Romanesque elements. Thick walls reflect the Romanesque style's emphasis on solidity and defense. Round arches, seen in arcades and passages, showcasing Romanesque architectural characteristics. Simple piers provide structural support and division, demonstrating the straightforward Romanesque design. Gothic influence. Pointed arches. Gothic style additions feature pointed arches, introducing verticality and elegance. Ribbed vaulting. Gothic vaulting techniques create a sense of height and intricacy. Tracery in windows. Elaborate window tracery in Gothic style brings light and ornate decoration. Triforium and clerestory. Triforium gallery, decorative arcade between nave and clerestory, an element of vertical aesthetic. Clerestory windows. Gothic style tall windows above nave, allowing ample light and adding vertical emphasis. Exterior expression. Romanesque facade. Solid mass. Thick stone walls create a fortress-like appearance, characteristic of Romanesque. Round arches. Doorways and windows with rounded arches, a hallmark of the Romanesque style. Simple decoration, minimal ornamentation, focusing on robustness and functionality. Gothic transformation. Pointed towers. Gothic style towers and spires with pointed tops for vertical impact. Detailed tracery. Intricate window tracery with pointed arches and ornamental designs. Buttresses and pinnacles. Exterior supports with pinnacles at corners, contributing to verticality. Harmony of styles. Coexistence. Combination of Romanesque and Gothic elements, reflecting the abbey's historical evolution. Visual contrast. Transition from solid Romanesque portions to elegant and vertically oriented Gothic additions.